Very good evening to all of you, my friends, viewers. I am your English teacher Shivam sir, and how are you all? I hope you all are very good and working very good. And tell me in comment section, my dear friends, viewers, and my dear brothers and sisters. First of all, with this video, I want to wish you all of you a very happy Raksha Bandhan and Bakrid. So please celebrate these festivals and enjoy the time. But stay safe, stay home. This is the advice from me to all of you. So, how is your English speaking journey growing? Are you growing or are you not? Are you speaking daily? Are you writing one page your thoughts, your intentions, your plans daily? If you are doing these things, my dear friends, so you are growing from within, and growing from within is the supreme thing. If you doing these things, I think you are in a super place. So we are running a series called Part of Speech in English with Shivam sir, and I have already uploaded 4 or 5 videos of this series, and those videos were all about noun, pronouns, verb, adverb, adjective. If you haven't watched those videos, then please go to the playlist and watch those videos and try to understand how can we use these things in our English speaking, and how can these points help us to speak fluent English and to improve grammatical mistakes, etc. Here I am again with another lesson, and this is very important and valuable lessons to understand. So my this video is all about conjunctions. You know very well, conjunctions is like a bridge. In simple words, here I am not talking about the book's definition. Book says different thing, but in practical ways, in real ways, I think that conjunctions is a bridge, like a bridge. Bridge joins two edges of the river, or two, sometimes two roofs of the houses, same as the conjunctions. Conjunctions join two words or sometimes two sentences. If I talk about the definition, bookish definition of the conjunctions, so book says that conjunctions is a word which joins two words or sometimes two sentences, etc. So this is the definition of the conjunctions. It is very easy, it is very simple, you can learn it. Now move on to the kinds of conjunctions. So my dear friends, there are two kinds of conjunctions. It is easy. First is coordinating conjunctions and second is subordinating conjunctions. I will discuss firstly coordinating conjunctions. My dear friends, coordinating conjunctions has four parts: cumulative conjunctions, alternative conjunctions, adversative conjunctions, and relative conjunctions. Start with the first, cumulative conjunctions. Cumulative conjunctions simply join two words or two sentences, as you know, I mentioned in the definition also. To use cumulative conjunctions, we have few words like and, as well as, not only but also, or both. These are few words to use cumulative conjunctions. It is easy if I use this word in a simple example. So I said, he is not only fined but also turned out of the class. He is not only fined but also turned out of the class. So not only but also. These conjunctions showing to join two things in only one sentences. So this is cumulative conjunctions. Move on to the second kinds of this coordinating conjunctions. So second number is alternative conjunctions. What is alternative conjunctions? My dear friends, alternative conjunctions tells us two choices. To make choices, choose this or choose this. We have certain words to use these alternative conjunctions. Words like either or, neither nor, or and otherwise. Either or, neither nor, or and otherwise. This is very easy to use if I make a sentence by using these words. So my sentence will be, come with me or stay at home. come with me or stay at home. Just simple. Eat it, otherwise you will not be recovered very soon. Just simple things. So alternative conjunctions is very easy to use. I am repeating again the main words. The main words are or, otherwise, either or, and neither nor. Move on to the third kind of, sorry, not the second, third kind of conjunctions, and it is adversative conjunctions. What is adversative conjunctions? My dear friends, in this type of conjunctions, we focus on the resisting opposition, a kind of fight between two things, completely opposite things. This is called adversative conjunctions. Main words, we have main words to use these things. Words like yet, but, still, although, though, and whereas, while, nevertheless. We have many words. If I use one of the word in my example, so I would say that he is poor yet he is honest. It is showing a completely a converse thing. He is poor yet he is honest. Just simple. So this is the use of adversative conjunctions. Move on to the last kinds of coordinating conjunctions. So last kind is elative conjunctions. What is elative conjunctions? My dear friends, elative conjunctions is result showing conjunctions. By using these conjunctions, we show result. We have few words, you know very well. Therefore, yes, therefore, or so, or for. That's it. If I use this word in an example, so I say, therefore he failed. Therefore he failed. So it's very simple. By this way, we can show the result. So this is the end of the coordinating conjunctions. Let's move on to the second kind of the conjunctions, and it is subordinating conjunctions. So my dear friends, what is subordinating conjunctions? My dear friends, these conjunctions is mostly used when we make synthesis in intermediate level. So all the kinds of adverb used in subordinating conjunctions. So I have already uploaded the video that was all about adverb. So please watch that video. And yes, here I am also going to discuss all kinds of adverb again for your betterment. So if I told you in my last videos that sorry for this, actually I am feeling itching because there is ant, so it's okay, now it's all up. So I am going to tell you all the 9 kinds of adverb. So I made a trick to learn all the 9 kinds of adverb in very easy manner. The trick is triple C, double R, double P, M and T. I am repeating again, triple C, double R, double P, M and T. And these are, my dear, all the 9 kinds of adverb. So here I am going to start with the triple C. What is triple C stand for? Triple C is not a computer course here. Triple C is adverb of comparison, adverb of condition, and adverb of contrast. So what is adverb of condition? Let's start with the condition. So my dear friends, you all are very well familiar with the condition. So we have certain conjunctions word to show the condition. Words like if, words like unless. Okay my dear friends, if, unless, these are the most usable words to show conditions. If you do it, unless you didn't do, etc, etc. If I use these words in an example, so I would say, if you work hard, you will get success. If you work hard, you will get success. This is the very easy example to show adverb of condition. Move on to the next C. So next C stand for adverb of contrast. Contrast is a situation when we struggle or when we see fight between two things, contrast, fighting, protest. So we have few words to use. Adverb of contrast. Word like though, although, yet and but. Though, although, yet and but. By using these words, we can use in very simple manner adverb of contrast. If I use these words in an example, so I would say that you can make yourself, actually you need not to bound anything. Okay, you can make yourself by using yet, but, etc. Though, although. If I use these word in an example, so I would say though he was ill, though he was ill, he came school. Just simple. Though he was ill, it's a condition. Though he was ill and he came school. It's a really solid contrast situations. Solid contrast situations. Just simple. So this is the use of adverb of contrast. We use though, although, yet and but. Move on to the triple C. What is the triple C stand for? Triple C means adverb of comparison. This is the third C. Adverb of comparison. Comparison, you know, degree of comparison. You all are very familiar with these words, comparison. Actually, we in our daily life, we compare many things. We compare many shirts, many books, many persons, etc. So we have few words to use adverb of comparison. Words like than, words like as, that dash dash as, or so dash 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 as. We say so as or than. So if I use one of these words in an example, so I would say that Ram is better than Syam. Here I am comparing between two persons. Ram is better than Syam, and after comparative degree we have to use than. This is simple logic. So we have done triple C. Move on to the double R. What is double R stand for? First R is adverb of result and second R is adverb of reason. Just simple. So I want to discuss first adverb of reason. What is adverb of reason? Reason, you know, something cause, any cause may be. You can think yourself. If I talk about the main words which we use to use these adverbs, so we have certain words like since, words like because, words like as, since, because. These are the words which we use to show adverb of reason. If I use these one of the words in my example, so I would say, see, I will teach him. Not see, sorry for this. I will teach him because he is weak. I will teach him because he is weak. So this is the reason. Because I am using here because, that's why here is a reason. Just simple. So move on to the double R. Double R, one R is done, that is adverb of reason, and second adverb of result. Result, you are very familiar with the adverb of result. We have few words to show result. Words like so, words like therefore. We use these words to show adverb of result. If I make a sentence by using one of the words, so I would say, he did not work hard, so he failed. He did not work hard, so he failed. Just simple thing. So this is the double R, stand for result and the reason. We have done 5 and we have 4 more. So let's discuss one by one more. So my dear friends, let's discuss double P. Double P stands for adverb of purpose and adverb of place. Very simple. So let's discuss adverb of purpose first. What is adverb of purpose? We have few words to use adverb of purpose. Words like so that, in order that, or lest. You are familiar with the word lest. Lest is very common word, and we use this word in our daily speaking field. So if I use this word in a sentence, so I would say, walk carefully lest you should fall. So my dear friends, grammar says that you have to use always and always should just after lest. This is the rule. Okay my dear friends, alright, now move on to the second P, and second P is stand for adverb of place. What is adverb of place? So very easy, the word which shows or which indicate towards place. Words like where or wherever, where or wherever, we can say there also. So if I make a sentence by using one of the words, so I would say that Nehru ji was appreciated wherever he went. Nehru ji was appreciated wherever he went. That's it, simple. So now we have last two more adverbs. So they are M and T. M and T. So let's discuss what is M and T. So my dear friends, M stands for adverb of manner. What is adverb of manner? Manner is a kind of style. So we have certain word to use adverb of manner in our English speaking. Words like as, words like so far as. Just simple. You have to focus on these main two words. Words like as. Okay my dear friends. So if I use these words, one of the word, then I would say that as you sow, so shall you reap. As you sow, so shall you reap. This is the manner showing word. As you sow, so shall you reap. This is a phrase also, idiom. You are familiar with it. And now we have the last kind of adverb. So it is adverb of time. It is adverb of time. How can we use these kinds of adverb in our English speaking area? So it is very easy. Time showing words like daily, after, before, no sooner, or as soon as. This is very easy. You are also heard an example, very famous example, especially in high school and intermediate level. As soon as the principal came in the class, all the students stand up. So as soon as is a time showing word. So we have completed all kinds of conjunctions in this video. So my dear friends and viewers, brothers and sisters, once again I want to wish you all happy Raksha Bandhan. And if you, my dear friends, like this video, then please, if you enjoyed this video, then please hit the like button. And if you think that this video is helpful for the new beginners, starters, and for the students, so please share this video in your social media group. And if you haven't subscribed my channel Sri Hari Coaching Center, then please subscribe my channel also. And on the last note, I want to say the slogan of our channel, and the slogan is, I think you all are familiar with it, but when I say this, I feel a source, I feel a energy. So the slogan is, the more you practice, the better you feel. The more you practice, the better you will be one day. So my dear friends, on this note, I want to quit this video, and we shall meet in my next video. Till then, bye bye, take care, love English, like English, and live English. Thank you, bye bye.